Slightly different video today, outside, so I apologise for the audio because it is quite windy, but come down to the Granville Nature Reserve, not far from where I live. Just over them trees over there is what's remains of that, which is it's one of the most productive blast furnaces in Europe. And it produced pig iron from 1820 until it closed in 1888. So if I get a shot of that, if you want to pause that and take a read of it, and then I'll carry on walking. That then looks part of the old canal, which I believe is that there, and that's there. So if we take a walk, trying to avoid all the mud. So it's just the beginning of spring at the moment, so some of the trees are starting to, and the leaves starting to come on them. It is the 28th of March, so Easter Monday. Let's take a look at the remains of the canal where they probably used to pick the pig iron up from. Yeah, the canals would have docked here, and the pig iron would have been loaded onto the canals, and that's where we were standing earlier. Let's take a look where the furnaces themselves were. The sun's coming out now. So these are the remains. I think this is what they were filled up from the top with the iron ore, limestone and coke. The coke derived from coal, obviously not the other two. And these are remains of the blast furnaces themselves. What's quite amazing is you can still see the glaze on the bricks. I think about 150 years ago, inside here would have been probably about 1500 degrees Celsius, if not hotter. These would have probably been quite huge. They would have probably been about the same height as the remains of these buildings here. They would have been fed from the top with the limestone, iron ore and coke. Air would have probably been blasted in here, or maybe actually a bit higher up, probably somewhere like here. And they probably tapped off the molten pig iron from the bottom. Most of the iron ore and coke would have been mined locally. Well, the coal would have been mined locally, converted into coke, and so would the limestone. Because over the Granville Country Park there is actually quite a few coal seams underneath, and coal was still mined here up until the 1970s. This area was the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Just down the road is, probably about 8 miles away, is the Iron Bridge. So 100 odd years ago it was very industrial in this area. The Iron Bridge dates back to 1779.